So our hero Link has come a long way since 1986. I mean, since then we've had over 17 Zelda titles, and each one retained its own unique art style. And of the many faces of Link we've seen, I can't help but provide my own intake on what in the holy sweet name of Mary Moses Flynn has happened here?
Let's go back to the very beginning to where it all started. No, not Link's beginnings. Link's? Lynx's? Let's look at the first Link Nintendo dished out for us in 1986. A humble beginning with humble styles. According to Shigeru Miyamoto, Link's design has been stately based off of Disney characters such as Peter Pan or even Robin Hood. Elven in appearance, donning an iconic green tunic, known for his swordplay and marksman skills, and even a common thief all for the sake of the greater good, Link's roots fall far and in between some of the greatest characters of Miyamoto's imaginings. I mean, that's how characters are usually developed. They're just a culmination of the things we love. I may be one of the few people who think Link's original design is one of his best concept Incarnates, and here's why. As cool, and even cute, as he can come to be nowadays, I really like this older, outdated version. I can't help speculate the original design with this cartoonish piccolo nose and ruddy eyes taking homage from the Rankin Bass, Hobbit, and Lord of the Rings original cartoons. This isn't a far stretch to speculate either, considering these movies took place nearly 10 years before The Legend of Zelda's release, so the designs may have been inspired by these movies. I also can't help grasp the significance between Hyrule and Middle-earth of the Lord of the Rings series. Both are fantasy lands and in a time era where magic and monsters roam. Both are about a young hero destined to stop evil, and both share one synonymous thing we love both series for. Adventuring! Not to mention both series are heavily story-heavy. Up until A Link to the Past, third game in the Zelda series, does Link's design alter a little bit. Probably to reflect the Japanese style at this point. I mean, come on! That hair! Also, he's blonde. And we all know how much young Japanese culture love blonde hair. So, in all, we could speculate that Link's first Incarnates are somewhat modeled after the American traditional animated style, to some degree, and this design has continued with Link's Incarnates until we reach the 3D consoles. In Ocarina of Time, the first 3D Zelda game, and later the first 3D Zelda game, Link gets a little upgrade. This change was made apparent according to a developer's wife stating, "All of Nintendo's characters have funny noses, don't you have any handsome ones?" So with that, we now have the Link everyone knows and loves. He's got a handsome pointy nose, lovely golden locks, dashing blue eyes, taller, and long underwear. Pretty much since Ocarina of Time's Link, most of his Incarnates have kept up with the similar pretty boy look we all know today. But what's that? Is it the mariner who has returned from the Crimson Seas to his virgin maiden? Is it the hero who has said to explored the Island of Dreams and survived its rummaging nightmares? Or is it the distant sailor, Link as we know it, on the envoy of once again rescuing Hyrule from a colossal wake? Oh, it's a child. I'm not knocking it. I actually love Toon Link, as popularly referred. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker took a bold step in reincarnating Link as a child and stylizing the world of Hyrule with a cel-shaded design. That and it's all ocean. All of it. This new design was consulted by a Japanese animator, and wouldn't you know it, this design kept style for several subsequent Zelda titles, and is still popular with Nintendo because an HD remake of the game released, and we get to play as Toon Link in Smash Brothers again! Maybe I'll explain myself later. I believe the origins of this design came from, well, that's hard to say. About the time of Wind Waker's release in 2003, culture clashes were highly prominent, so it could have come from a number of sources or preferences. And I say preference because, once again, Link is blonde. All I can say is that this new age of prominence comes hand in hand with girl generation. And no, I'm not referring to the Korean pop band. I'm referencing a generation in the age of cartoons where cute gains popularity. Let me just name a simple example. The Sailor Moon anime from 1992 catered towards girls. Cute was bold, but not absolutely lovey-dovey adorable. Now, turn your head to Ojamajo Doremi, an anime that debuted in 1999 and is stylized in a modern cute fashion, utilizing brighter colors and taiki characters. Not as bold as Sailor Moon. Could this be a possible link, to the change in design for Wind Waker? Now, it wasn't for a while till we got a new Link. Hyrule took a dark turn. Some may agree. I say some, since Twilight Princess dark needs context. Are the themes dark? Not really. If you ask me, it's more of a showing off of the engineering. The use of FMVs and cinematics. Is the story dark? A little. Are the textures dark? Getting there. It has more of a Magic Hour look than Twilight. Maybe they should call it Magic Hour print. So is the game dark? Again, context. The game is mature. I mean, look at that rating. That's some serious tizness. but with the rating pushed to T, lots of elements of the game, as far as story and themes go, are more mature than your average Zelda game. And once again, it's the software that's being pushed to the next level with cinematics that allow these formidable explorations to divulge the Zelda game into the T rating. What am I getting at here? The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess isn't dark as it is mature, but with maturity comes growth and wider understandings of the world we live in. The more we understand the world around us, the darker places seem to be, and that's why I think Twilight Princess is dark, because we get to understand the characters more from deeper perspectives. I bring this up because this is another pool of debate widely known in the Zelda community, but I also bring this up because these explorations aren't just an excuse to make a dark Zelda game, but a reason to update Link's design. It's like how World War II started, or at least one reason it started. Neighboring countries wanted to show off their toys, and so in order to show that off, petty excuses that would lead into war launched their exhibition of said toys. But in order to display with the best presentation possible, you'd have to make a toy that would make all heads turn. And that's why I think we have Twilight Princess Link. Realistic, mature, dark. Now I believe that it is with this design that the developers have been lately proud of. Sure, the Toon Link era is a design that still spans today, but when I think of Link and Zelda, this is what I see. Surely Super Smash Bros. Brawl and the latest Smash Bros. Are a testament to that. And look at Skyward Sword. Sure, the style is a little more on the cartoon side as opposed to Twilight Princess, but essentially it's all there. Even in the beginning of both games, Link wears a similar outfit. Yeah, you couldn't tell me the developers felt of this design without me having to slap you in the face. But then they take it to the next level. I mentioned earlier that the latest Smash Bros. Kept the Twilight Princess design, but I noticed something a little off. This looks like Jane Lynch in cosplay. And that's not all. I'm sure some are familiar with the concept designs for Hyrule Warriors. All the girls are looking extra busty. Even Link. I'll admit I could hark on Link's design looking girlier and girlier till the cuckoos come home. But check out the new design they are going for with the Wii U Zelda. I kinda like it. You can say he looks feminine, and I've even heard people debating a conspiracy that this is Zelda and not Link. I'm going to rebuke that by showing off only one comparison photo.
Well, we've reached the end of the timeline, and with that, the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed listening to my speculative thoughts. I don't just pull this stuff out of my hat, I really do try researching this crazy stuff to be as accurate as the next theorist. But don't call me that. I know that there are other forms of Link out there from the spin-off games and such, but I'm not about to touch those right now. The true time and craft are spent on the main adventure series. And with that, I'll leave it be until the next episode. But hey, if you want to leave some of your own observations, leave them in the comment section below, I'd love to hear them. Or unless you want to rebuke some of my opinions, leave them in the comment section below, I'd love to hear them.
Howdy doody doo! Thanks for watching episode 2 of this year's Zelda month on this channel. Please share this with your friends if you find it's worth sharing. But sharing is such a nice thing, so I encourage you. Go ahead, share it. And if you truly like what you've seen here, check out my Facebook page. A link is in the description below. There, you can stay updated with all kinds of cool stuff that I do, and especially since it's Zelda month, I'll be throwing out a lot of cool updates and whatnot. Give it a like if that's what you like to do. And here's a previous Zelda month video in case you haven't seen it. It's basically everything you need to know about Zelda, and wouldn't you know it, I sing. Quite horribly, I might add. With all said and done, I am done, so peace and cheers!